Welcome to our special 100th episode of the Engineering Update. Over the last couple of years, it's been our distinct pleasure to bring you the latest headlines in an entertaining format.
And we hope that you've had as much fun watching it as we did making it.
So, without further ado, let the festivities begin.
I'm John.
In this week's Centennial edition of the Engineering Update, the world's first 3D printed jet engine, glasses that prevent facial recognition, and Google's Titan drones take flight.
To date, we've seen 3D printed drones, 3D printed model airplanes, and while major airlines like Airbus are exploring the idea of futuristic 3D printed passenger jets, we haven't seen rapid prototyping applied on so large a scale, until now. Researchers from Australia's Monash University have created what they describe as the world's first 3D printed jet engines. The parts borrow the template of a gas turbine engine from French aircraft engine maker Safran, and some major aerospace firms are taking notice. A university spokesman referred to 3D printing in general as a disruptive technology, or an innovation that spurs the creation of new markets and paradigms, and it's hard to argue with the results. Apart from the obvious wow factor, the ability to 3D print major components on the fly, no pun intended, could extend the life of legacy aircraft and simplify routine maintenance. And while the team from Melbourne accomplished this year-long task by taking apart Safran's gas turbine engine and scanning its components, this is just the beginning. As the processes become more familiar, it'll become much easier to print parts or even entire aircraft. Airbus envisions 3D printers the size of aircraft hangars pumping out large-scale passenger jets by 2050. The printers would have to be about 80 by 80 meters, but the benefits would be immediate, with the ability to print components that are 65% lighter than with traditional manufacturing methods. Lighter components, of course, means a lighter aircraft, and a lighter aircraft means less fuel. According to the company set up by Monash to commercialize the product, they should be testing 3D printed engine components within 12 months, and the parts should be on the market within 2 to 3 years.
100.
With the advent of facial recognition technology comes a discussion about a right to privacy. Since this technology is basically inevitable, and court cases have shown that if you're in public space, you're fair game, there's been a rash of identity-protecting products presenting themselves. AVG has created a prototype of glasses that they claim will make it impossible for this technology to figure out who you are. That's right, you'll become a modern-day Superman, at least as far as using your glasses to conceal your identity. It's foolproof. Oh, hey, Casey.
Damn it!
The company says that the reason for creating these glasses, which were revealed ahead of Mobile World Congress, is that the increasing availability of the technology means there are more chances that we will be caught unaware. For example, there are more smartphones than ever before, which means random photos of us will end up online. Big data projects like Google Street View means we're potentially being photographed at random intervals. And also, future technology means that all of that online data will be available for cross-referencing by private corporations. The glasses work by using infrared light to break the software. This method, which was developed by a researcher at the Tokyo Nation Institute of Informatics, uses infrared LEDs around the nose and eye area to essentially break the detection. You won't notice them since infrared lights are invisible to humans, but the cameras will be very sensitive to them. The very obvious problem here, pointed out by the company, is that it probably wouldn't work with cell phones because they have an infrared filter. A second method is to utilize retroreflective materials, which are designed to reflect light back in the same direction it came from, instead of scattering or diffusing the light. However, this obviously requires an initial flash on the camera, which isn't always guaranteed. So there are a few challenges ahead for the team, who notes that the glasses probably won't be available anytime soon, and they're just proof of concept. Monday at Mobile World Congress, Sundar Pichai, Senior VP at Google, discussed how they're working on 3 big programs that hope to connect some of the 4 billion people currently without internet access. Titan, the drone company Google acquired in April 2014, will be conducting its first test flight later this year. Titan will fly lightweight, solar-powered airplanes to serve as remote satellites. Google will use the drones to hover above certain areas and supply connectivity to locations below. It could also serve spots that have been kicked offline due to natural disasters. Project Loon, a project similar to Project Titan, is a network of balloons traveling on the edge of space, designed to connect people in rural and remote areas, help fill coverage gaps, and bring people back online after disasters. The difference between Titan and Loon is that Loon actually covers greater regions from above, whereas Titan focuses on more specific, narrow areas. Loon has already undergone testing in Australia and South America and is working with partners to get it off the ground. Google's third program, called Project Blank, started a year ago and hopes to bring connectivity to rural and urban areas across the world. Puchai said a fiber network has been built and they have worked with local providers to provide 4G services. They plan on rolling out Project Blank to Africa this year.
That's all for our special 100th episode, and here's to 100 more. Be sure to check in on Facebook and Twitter and catch past episodes on ECNmag.com. For the ECN channel, I'm Casey Panetta, and this has been your Engineering Update.